Hello. So welcome to this live stream testing for tutorial 2. Now, I have told you that I will start testing for this live streaming at 5 o'clock, and here it is. Now, in case you would like to participate or ask me anything at the middle of this tutorial, feel free to type something in the leave a message in this YouTube. Now, hello. Now there will be some kind of delay. I've checked that the delay will be around 15 to 30 seconds. So no worry, just leave a message and I will say hi to you. Now, let me switch to the desktop, and as I have mentioned, this is a review for tutorial 2. Now in tutorial 2 we have mentioned something like this. So I've told you at the beginning of this semester, the first half of the semester we will talk about some data analysis thing for spotting some kind of business problem. Okay, thank you. For spotting some kind of business problem. Now, the second half of the semester, we will show you some kind of different e-business business model and techniques so that you can come up with some creative ideas to solve these identify the business problem. Now, this video is about tutorial 2. Now, before I begin to talk about this, let me show you this photo. Now, I have shown you this photo in my tutorial before. Now, I have a consultation hour every Wednesday after the lecture at 3 o'clock. Now, I assume that at this current moment you may not be in campus. So, in this case, in case you would like to ask me anything related to this course, you are always welcome to scan this QR code or use this telephone number. This is my office phone number, which is also registered with WhatsApp. Just text me a message in case you would like to have a chat with me. Feel free to do so. We could also do some kind of video conference on WhatsApp as well, and this is my email. Usually I will give you a reply very quickly, usually within 5 minutes, if you text me using WhatsApp. So let me go back to this tutorial. So for things that we have mentioned in tutorial 2, this is the model that we follow in order to facilitate your learning for what is e-business nowadays. Now, we don't invent this model, we steal it from somewhere. So if you scroll to the very bottom of this tutorial notes, now the tutorial notes is available on Canvas. So we have already uploaded tutorial 2 here, and also we have some data dictionary and article which I will talk about it very soon. And also we will also look at the company website. Now what we are talking about is this tutorial 2 document here. If you download and open it, it looks like this. So if you go to the reference list, the first one, if you copy this link to any browser that you like, you will go to this IBM Knowledge Center. Well, I assume that you are a business school student, and I don't need to tell you what is IBM. I assume that you know what kind of company it is. Now, they have this CRISP-DM model. This CRISP-DM model is called the Cross-Industry Standard Process for Data Mining, which means this is a structured way for you to look at data mining for cross-industry. Your project is also designed this way. So the first tutorial, tutorial 2, talk about the first 2 processes: business understanding and data understanding. Now, for the coming weeks, Sadly, we have cancelled the class on week 3, so it will be covered in week 4 to week 7. And later on, at the end of this course, we will also talk about evaluation and deployment. We'll talk about something related to eBusiness and eBusiness business model, something like that. So this particular tutorial 2, we will talk about the first 2 processes. Now, the first process is what we call business understanding. Say, for example, in this business understanding for any business that you would like to do data analysis, you need to understand the business first. So, for example, first of all, every business will have their main objective. Say, what do they like to achieve? Say, for example, some company, they would like to deliver talk about SpaceX, for example. Maybe their objective is to deliver a relatively cheaper means of transportation to space. Or some company, they will think about, okay, I'm going to deliver a very high quality of some kind in a type of particular type of product to the market in a reasonable price. So these are possible objectives that you need to understand before you talk about data analysis for this company. I will talk about it with examples very soon. Also, at a particular moment, a company could be doing very good or very bad. Are they in a competitive market, or are they enjoying a monopoly in the market? So what is the current situation? Okay. And finally, you will not do data mining and data analysis just for fun. Aligning with their business objective and their current situation, what do you like to know for this company? Say, for example, if a company is losing money, you would like to know what happened. If a company is enjoying monopoly, maybe you will ask yourself, how long can this monopoly exist? Well, these are some of the objectives that you would like to achieve when you do data analysis. Now, this is the first step for CRIPS-DM, the first process of CRIPS-DM. The second thing is data understanding. So data understanding involves collection of data. What kind of data do you have at this particular moment, and whether you need to buy more or you need to collect more in the coming future. So for the group project of this course, data is provided. We are happy to have Bauhaus, this company, providing us some of their sales data, and I will talk about it very soon. And also you need to look at and explore the data and finally verify the data. You don't need to worry too much for this particular course. So data is provided for you, data has been filtered for you. What you need to do is just some kind of data analysis in order to spot some business problem that this company is having at this particular moment. Now, maybe a little bit too far from you, or maybe a little bit difficult for you to understand these 2 steps, business understanding and data understanding. So I will talk about the project company, the company that you will do data analysis for your group project. So we will look at this company called Bauhaus. And I assume any modern company nowadays, they will have some kind of website. So for example, here I have already provided the website for this Bauhaus, this company. So copy this link to, I have already got it here. So to any browser that you will you like, then this is the Bauhaus website. So the Bauhaus website is just like an online store. They put something there, and then they do business over there. And like a lot of companies, if you go to their website, you scroll to the very bottom, usually you will find this footer, and usually they will have something called About Us. This is the first step to look at to understand the business. Well, you could try to go to this About Bauhaus. There will be some background information related to this particular company. Say, for example, when was it established? What kind of product are they selling? So, in which particular year they have done what kind of things, and in which year they go listed. So, if a company is listed in Hong Kong, it is required by law for every year they need to publish some kind of financial report, because it's a public listed company. These financial figures need to disclose to the public. Now, there is another location which, other than this About Us, you can have a look of what kind of business they are doing. Say, for example, you can also look at their financial report. So where is it? So on the same website, you go to the very bottom and you click on this financial report. They have some financial report provided here. I would like you to have a look of this 2018-2019 annual report here. Okay, so this is the annual report for this company. Now, a financial year in Hong Kong is usually from April in the previous year to March of this year. So if we are talking about the annual report of 2019, it is the financial performance related to this company from April 2018 to March 2019. These 12 months, or you could call it 4 seasons or 4 quarters. So this is the cover of their financial report. The company name, usually it is, and handsome model here, and we have the a table of contents here. So this is a fashion company, and you could expect you have some denim, you have male model here. Now this is on the very first page. They have written something like this. So usually the very first page of their annual report will talk about what had happened in this particular financial year. Say, for example, here in the second paragraph, first statement, they talk about, okay, the reporting year was a very challenging year. Now you will expect not very good news was written in this financial report. Now, if you continue to scroll downward, it will tell you that which geographical location that they are operating in. So Hong Kong, Macau, Mainland China, and Taiwan. And you continue to scroll down, it will give you a brief overview of what is happening in that particular geographical location. So you have Taiwan here, you have Mainland China here, and in Hong Kong and Macau here. Now the data set that we have is mainly shops in Hong Kong and their online shop, and I will talk about it very soon. So this is the overview of what you could expect for this particular financial year, and we're very happy to have this company providing us their sales figure in Hong Kong and their online shop for 2 financial years. So it is from, when was it? From April 2017 to March 2019. So it is these 2 financial years. So to give you the chance to play around, do data analysis, and look at what kind of problem they are facing. Okay. Now, if I continue to scroll down, so you can see some models here and their shops. It looks like this in Hong Kong. Now, the next thing I would like you to look at will be the listing information. Okay, page 12. So here, please go to page 12. Now here are some listing information here. So you have the stock code. In case you would like to invest in their company, this is the stock code for you to buy their to invest in their company. And if you scroll down a little bit, in page 14 you have some graphs here. So on page 14 I would like you to have a look of this one, the lower left one. So you will have some idea about what is the problem faced by this company in this financial year. Can you see that in this financial year it is the first time they are having a loss for nearly 10 continuous years. So maybe this is also the problem why the CEO of Powerhouse would like us to contribute some idea about what is happening and ask our student to suggest some ways to improve the situation. Now, if you continue to scroll down on page 15, you have some kind of turnover figures. So Hong Kong, Macau, elsewhere dropping, Taiwan dropped by 15%, and mainland China rising. So you start to have a feeling of what is happening in this particular financial year. And finally, I would like you to go to page 17. Now, in case you are well performing, page 17. Okay, so I have been talking about the CEO of this company. Now, usually in a financial report, they will disclose something related to their members of the board of directors. So in case you are well performing and your proposal is excellent, I will try to choose one group in each tutorial, and I will try to arrange a meeting for you to present your idea in front of this person, Mr. Wong, CEO of this company. Okay, so this is something that, in case you would like to know about the company, what do you need to look at in order to give you a very simple understanding of the background of this company? Go to their website, look at what they have written in about us, and also go to their financial report. You don't need to read it in detail, but you could scan through it and pick up some parts that is helpful for you to spot some kind of problem and ask some kind of business question, what kind of problem that you would like to identify in the coming data analysis. Now, let us move on to talk about the second process of this CRIPS-DM model. It is about data understanding. Now, you are from the business school, and usually if you attend my class, I will ask you a question: what is a business? So different discipline may have different ways to look at what is a business. Say if you talk to a manager, or if you talk to marketing, if you talk to accounting, if you talk to economists, they may give you some idea about how they understand business. In this particular course, we will use this what we call a value acting view of business. What does it mean? It means that business is a value acting process. Essentially, what is the simplest form of business? It is trading. You buy something at a very low cost, so you do some value acting. Maybe you make it more beautiful, and then you try to sell it at a higher price. The price difference will be your margin, will be your profit. So the simplest way to understand business is a value acting process. You buy something cheap, you do something, you sell it at a higher price. So I've assumed that you have come across this diagram before in some other business courses, maybe in management, maybe in something else. So how to understand this diagram? It means that actually when you are selling something or you are providing some services, you collect some kind of revenue, and hopefully this type of revenue, you could cover the cost of all these things, and the rest of it will be your margin. And this is the way we try to understand what is business. Now, I would like you to go to the data dictionary that we have provided. So on Canvas, we have give you this Bauhaus Data Dictionary English, which is an Excel format, and also this Bauhaus Article English. If you open this Excel file, it is something like this. So just like a lot of table, just like your attendance sheet, on top of any diagram, any table that you have some kind of title on top. So you have a list of student ID and you write student ID on top. You have a list of name and then you write name on top. So this is the way to understand what is data dictionary. So data dictionary here, say in the member table. Okay, the first one is, okay, maybe I move it so that my face is not blocking the interface, so something like this. Okay, now here you have the member table. So you have the member table, and what is inside this member table? You have some kind of customer ID. You have some kind of what we call the card type. So from the card type, you can have a logical guess. I have a reasonable guess that you have different types of members for this particular company. It may be some kind of escalation from basic member to bronze to silver and then to golden, based on the amount spent in this particular company. And you have the gender, male and female. You have the birthday and you have the birth month. Now we have talked to the CEO, and there will be some kind of privacy issue. That's why in the coming weeks, when we provide the real data set for you to do data analysis, we will hide something. Let's say, for example, we will change this customer ID, and also we will not provide the birth date. We'll only give you the birth month. So in case you are a customer for this company, relax. You could not identify yourself in the data set that we have provided for you to do data analysis. Now, some customer, they may like to buy something to celebrate their birthday. So there are different types of customer behavior. There are different types of consumer behavior, which in the coming weeks I will also talk about how to spot that in the data analysis. So this is a brief overview of the member table. Now the next thing I would like you to have a look is this product table. Now this product table, they have what we call an article. Now the database run in Chinese, but we are in English university. That's why it is my responsibility to give you a translation of products that they are selling. So separately on this Bauhaus article English. So I have tried my best to give you a translation of what are they selling in their database. But some of them I have difficulty translating, so you can see I'm not a fashionable guy. So I have some of the fashion items I have difficulty understanding, but that's okay. Most of it you have an English translation. So you have some kind of product code, And this is how the fashion company works. Every year you have some kind of new product, and in case it is out of date, you need to sell it at a discount. This is how this industry works. That's why for each product they have the year and they have the season. So in the previous tutorial we have talked about, okay, the Japanese company Uniqlo, they price their product according to the temperature of in the weather forecast. So here you have the season. Say for example, a fashion company will start to sell winter clothing at the end of summer, and when it is in summer they will start to sell things in winter, something like this. This is how fashion industry works. And now, I'm not sure if you have or you could still remember something that we have covered in the database course. We have what we call the one-to-many relationship. So if you look at this data dictionary, this sales orders and this sales order details, this is a one-to-many relationship. Sales order is like the same receipt. If you go to Festival Walk, if you go to Park and Shop or Taste, you go to a supermarket, usually you, in the same receipt, you will buy a basket of things, a number of different types of items, and they were all printed on the same receipt. So this is the relationship like this one. Sales orders is like a receipt, and sales order details is for each particular items in that receipt, how many items that you have, the quantity of that particular items printed on the receipt. So one receipt can contain a number of sales orders, and that sales orders allow you to have different discount rate and the final price for this particular item. So each item could have different discount. Now in the coming weeks I'll give you a data set that separate the for each particular customer, how many items this person brought at a discount and how many items this customer brought at its original price. Now there are different types of customer. Say for example, some customer, they will come to the shop and only shop for discounted items, while some loyal customer, just like my sister, should go to Bauhaus to pick up something, should never look at the price. So there are different types of customer in the market, and I will try to give you the data set, and you could try to look at it from data, which type of customer is for that particular in terms of what kind of price that this particular person is paying. And finally, you have some kind of payment, and also you have some kind of delivery orders. Now I have mentioned about this data dictionary, and I would like you to look at this diagram once again. So data only tells you a very small amount of what is happening related to the whole business model. Say for example here, you could see a lot of different business functions in this company, but the data that we have provided for you only talks about this sales here. Maybe something related to service and logistic, but mainly it is related to sales. And data could only tell you what is happening in that context of description. Say, I'll give you a sales database, you could only spot problem related to what is happening related to sales. So later in the project, if I give you a sales database, don't tell me that, okay, based on the database, based on this sales database, I've spot something related to human resources management. Then that is definitely bullshit. Okay, so if you would like to know more about these, what you could do is only a company visit, or you work in this company, and you can also go to their physical shop and look at what is happening other than sales data. So this is some kind of things that I would like you to have a look before we move on to week 3, or now is week 4. to talk about some data analysis technique based on the data set that we have given. Now, this is a very short tutorial because it is just a summary for what we have mentioned in tutorial 2. So in tutorial 2, we have also asked you to complete your group poster and post it on campus. And at this moment, this live is conducted right after the Lunar New Year, and you have already submitted your poster. So thank you very much. I have already, based on something that you have submitted, I have already grouped you under people in this project groups. So for students who already have their groups, I would like you to check this list whether I have put you into the right group and whether your group name is correct. And for students who are not in the grouping yet, I will assign you accordingly. So after this tutorial, after this video, and I will contact the group and you individually through email so that you can contact each other, and I will allow you some time for you to update your poster in order to earn that 2 score for the poster design. Now, anyone who have already submitted a poster already get 2 points, so no worries about it. So for newcomers, it's your responsibility to update the poster once I have announced the detailed arrangement. So this is a very short summary for tutorial 2, and thank you very much for watching. Now, as you may know, according to the university arrangement, next week, the real week 3, we will suspend the lesson. So we will cancel the class next week, and real teaching will continue in week 4. And starting from week 4, we will do something like this, and online teaching, try to do a streaming. And in case you would like to drop me a questions, there are 2 methods. So you can text me a message to my office phone number, and also it is possible for you to leave a message at that location so that I could reply, I could respond in real time in this video. So I think this is something I need to mention for this tutorial. So once again, to all my students, Happy New Year. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you for watching. That's the end of tutorial 2. Bye bye.